Hello everyone, my name is Nguyễn Kim Bình An, but I also go by the name Kim, and I'm from class AC of VA School Bình Thới, and this is my story of how I followed my dream of being an architect. When I was a little kid, I've dreamed of so many different jobs, and some of them have clear goals, but some are just silly things coming from a kid's imagination. Well, I want to be a teacher, a fashion designer, or even crazier is a professional Olympic athlete. And I've wanted to be anything. But there's this one specific career that I've always been following and is still even here now, which is the dream of being an architect. And why would I choose this path, you may ask? It's because I've always had a deep interest and respect toward the Italian architecture, and the feeling that great architecture could give us is amazing. Wanting to be an architect was never just a phase, it was a true and genuine passion that has been bloomed and flourished inside of me for a long time ago. And I still remember the first time that I got lured into the magic of designing buildings is when I was online searching for some information when I came across a website about the Imperial City of Prague. And when I take a closer and careful look about the details of the old buildings and the Grand Gate and how it perfectly blends in with the nature, it truly shocks me. And the feelings of pure wonder and curiosity is something that I would never forget. The more I dig into this field, the more deeply amazed I was. Well, let's take a look at the Cologne Cathedral in Germany as an example. It is a very famous and iconic example of the Gothic style in architecture. And even now today, making people look at a picture of it could make them jaw-dropping and mind-blowing at the two tall towers so tall that it seemed like it could reach up to the sky. And normal words like beautiful or great is not enough to describe the beauty of a masterpiece that took 632 years to finish. Yes, you heard it right, 6 whole centuries for a piece of art. And it truly awakened something inside of me, and I knew that architecture isn't just about putting rocks and stone and glasses together, but it has a deeper meaning of creating a form of art that could last even forever. Because I'm only reasonable, it makes me very natural and not very surprising at all for me to be so swollen into the art of architect. And I still remember that I could spend hours and hours drawing and then erasing and then sketching again until I forgot about times. And even more is that I could fill up so many sketchbooks, which has like design of houses, European style castles, or even imaginary cities. My mind imagines and thinks about it, and then my hand illustrates. And it shows that this isn't just a fun hobby to pass through time, but it really is a hope that maybe one day my design could reach to the whole world. And now, looking toward the futures, my life goal is not just to be an architect that only design good buildings, but also have a deeper meanings in them. I want my design to bring both convenience, comforting, inspiration, and also bringing people together. And by adding traditional cultures to future ideas, I want to save our history, but also fulfill today's people's need. And by that, I want to create a design that could make a mark in history, but also help the people in my community. And that is the end of my story of how I follow my dream. Thank you so much for listening, and bye bye.